So what can your customers learn from your other customers? Let's figure it out. Well, hey, everybody, I'm in Arizona today. Just finished a session with a group of sales leaders. And one of the fun things we were talking about was the subject of social proof. And for those of you who are not familiar with the term social proof, give you a really quick definition here. Social proof is the idea that people are inclined to do what people like them are inclined to do. People are inclined to do what people like them are inclined to do. It's really the basis for all referrals, right? So I'm going to pay attention to people who are like me, friends, for example. We share similar tastes. And if they tell me, oh, you should go to this restaurant or you should see this movie or whatever it is, people are inclined to do what people like them are inclined to do. In sales, what do we see? Well, what we see is that when people are thinking about making a purchase decision, they will weigh very heavily on others who have made the same decision. So the idea of social proof is that if I'm going to consider buying this, I want to know what other people have thought and what their experience is. Now, you see this, of course, all the time in our society today. We see it with websites like Yelp or TripAdvisor when we're thinking about a restaurant or a movie theater or a movie or a vacation spot. We're seeing it more and more. It's sometimes referred to as crowdsourcing, where I see what do people think about this. And I do it all the time, right? I'm on Google Maps. I look at a restaurant. I see, oh, it got 4.4 stars. That might be worth going to. Now, I have no idea who these people are, but they took the time and they rated it. And because really low ratings, I'm probably not going to go. Or where do we go with all this? Well, when you are a customer and you're thinking about making a purchase decision, you need some sort of validation. And that validation comes in the form of the opinions of those people who have gone before you, of those people who have already made that decision. So one of the things that we're going to look at here is that principle of social proof. People are inclined to do what people like them are inclined to do. What is a customer looking for when they're thinking about social proof? They're really looking at two things. The first thing they're looking for is safety. Is this a safe decision? And I can learn that by seeing the experience of others and what they have gone through and determining whether or not they benefited from this decision. That's the number one thing that people are looking for in crowdsourcing is the question of safety. Is this safe? The second thing they're looking for is happiness. So when we talk about safety, it's about avoiding a bad decision. When we talk about happiness, it's about whether or not people who made that decision, there could have been a whole lot of them, but are they glad they made that decision? And so there we're looking for specifics. We're looking for the specific things that people like. That's what we do when we see it when we're looking at a Yelp review of a restaurant or a TripAdvisor about a hotel. First, is it safe? And second, were the people who made that decision happy? So I want you to apply that to your own organization, to your own company, and to your own product. The first question here is it safe? Have other people gone before you? And then secondly, were they happy? So if you're a sales professional, I want to suggest that you need to be constantly collecting stories of your customers who have made the call and were glad that they did. If you're a sales leader, you need to be collecting those stories from your salespeople. And then we need to be very quick to share those stories back. When you look at just about every website that's been designed over the last 2 to 3 years, what do you see on the front page of virtually every website? You see some form of testimonials. Testimonials are a form of social proof. Be the repository of stories. Those stories about people who made the call, they pulled the trigger, they bought what you are selling, they felt safe, and now they feel happy.